What is going on, Bulls Nation? And welcome back to another video, and we have a very spicy video for today. Stick to the entire video because we're gonna have a big fish for today. Like, seriously. Also, a small percentage of you are actually subscribed, so go on now. Subscribe, hit the bell, and like the video so it's pressed across YouTube. Now, Bulls, for the title, what would a modern RoAir look like? Now, you might don't know what RoAir looks like. Well, little Johnny, let me tell you the story. RoAir is believed to be the first Roblox airline on the platform, founded in January 2009 by Europe, a developer. There's little to no info on how the airline did, as the Roblox did not roll groups until October of the same year. RoAir made its group when the feature was announced to the public. Flights then started in 2010 in an airport called Greenwood using a Boeing 737-800, known to be the original successful mesh aircraft, and took steps of innovation while with being a trailblazer and creating a ticket system. Europe, a talented developer, helped make a plethora of both aircraft and airports. Fun fact, one of them is Eastfield, which you might notice from American Airlines. No wonder it's outdated. Anyways, old timers say this was the golden age of aviation, though some people argue that, but it's something else. On May 31st, 2014, however, Europe made a statement saying, "Hello all, I want to write a script rather than post on the entire thing onto a forum where I would just get mocked for being so silly. RoAir is my pride on Roblox and is considered as one of the best airlines. It certainly is one of the most dedicated with its own planes and flights from its own airports. Let me start with a through history of the group. Please note that the script was not planned before it was written at all. So, I told you the history, and there were two factors as why I decided to close RoAir. Too much user freedom, as much I want freedom for all. I feel sometimes as though specific users do indeed have too much freedom. A recent example is Sir Aircraft Engineer, a young English user who is too paranoid about his own group and claims that the owners of large airlines are jealous because he can get a large amount of numbers in a month. On top of this, he likes to shake his fist at people and tell them that he's going to hashtag take over aviation. Simulator X is who is very paranoid user who loves accusing other people with hopes of doing something slightly better. In this case, anyone who makes an aircraft cabin may now risk of being accused of copyright. Basically, I feel as though there are too much obnoxious people on Roblox that just don't care. Too many new users. In the big boom of 2012 when airlines scattered all over Roblox, everyone was enthusiastic on what the fuss is about and knew instantly that they're and loving it. Looking at the flights and airlines today, people cannot tell an Airbus A320 from a Boeing 737, which, in my opinion, cringe. They do not care about what plane they're flying and would rather jump between seats as a plane taxis to oh god, this is it's basically what we see today, where we see 8-year-olds being role players. Basically, I'm not gonna read everything, but I don't have any more points, but I just want to say that RoAir has already had its time, and it will only continue to recline if I do not stop it now. I have not a lot of people because RoAir is a success, and I want to thank for what has given me in life. New friends. All good things come to an end, of course, and although it is very difficult for me, there will still be remnants of RoAir throughout Roblox. Thank you for giving us strength, but I'm afraid I cannot use it here. And unfortunately, we don't know what his future is like. We don't know how he's doing in life. He has since quit Roblox, but yeah. But after the closure of RoAir, Europe made a successor airlines like Speedbird and SST Airlines. However, he merged both in late 2014 to make a new incarnation of RoAir. After a year later, but on April of 2015, Europe did not want to keep hosting flights to keep RoAir alive, so he pulled the plug on the brand. He has since made a new group for people to just state aviation enthusiasm rather than host flights. Now, Bulls, yeah, I understand this was a long history. The brand kept the flame for 6 years. They are surely an innovative airline who built the structure of aviation. They are a trailblazer. Though a new RoAir is almost impossible with the same owners, like Europe, who has since quit Roblox, we can just dream about it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do for today's video. Now, on this video, we're looking at a few things. Airports, aircraft, and maybe a possible alliance, possible allies, anything we can think of that seems logical. Let's start with airports, and I have decided on 3 that seems realistic. Eastfield, a revamped Greenwood, and a possible regional airport. Now, Now that's way smaller than how much the original had, which was like 20 plus. But this gives RoAir to put as much detail they can into these airports. So unsure if American will share Eastfield is a question, but I really believe that if Europe still is still there, American will out as he made it. Greenwood is the first roots, as it's already cemented itself into aviation history, and a revamp would be lovely and would greatly expand what aviation used to be. As I assume these two airports would be mega hubs, a small regional airport would be a nice filler to put in for smaller aircraft. Speaking of aircraft, we're moving to aircraft, and we're just gonna name the aircraft as I assume if this is a reboot happens, Year would make the aircraft, and if he can adjust to new modern standards, he may actually sell them. Starting with the CRJ 700, A320neo, A321neo, Boeing 787, Airbus A380, and the Concorde. Now, what's my reason behind this? The CRJ 700 would be used as the the aircraft for regional purposes, and it'd be perfect for those regional aircraft. I mean, not aircraft, airports. The Neos would be that medium aircraft that has fillers. We'd have some premium economy and some economy. The 787 would be a great. Well, we're not trying to be realistic, but economical, but also it's a beautiful aircraft, so it would be nice. And the Airbus A380, as the owner actually built from a Cessna 172 to the Airbus A380, it would be the flagship of the airline. Now, the Concorde. Yes, remember SST Airlines from earlier, what I said in history? Well, SST means supersonic transport, and they had a Concorde. And you don't see a Concorde these days, and if RoAir wants to keep the innovation and its dominant force of leadership, a Concorde would be the way to go. I mean, it's rare. Now, alliances. Now, if a revamped RoAir happened, of course you have to start somewhere, right? 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 Now, would they stand pat or join an alliance? Now, I think they should have joined an alliance. I mean, most people are with an alliance, but I think they should join Skyway. Now, before you say, oh, you're so biased and stuff, well, I'm partnered with Zerba. I'm partnered with Flight Club. I'm partnered with One World. I'm partnered with Small Skies. I'm not partnered with Skyway, and I think as of now, I'm not allied with Skyway as of now, but I believe Skyway would be the perfect alliance to work with in the growth and innovation of RoAir. I think Skyway can help with a new RoAir, like they did with Polaris technologies, and would be really helpful and would be growth. I mean, Polaris went from a 100-member group to now over 1,700 members, so it would be a perfect partner. Allies. Now, along with small Skyway, I have two, that seems feasible. Jet-Air and American Airlines. Now, Jet-Air is on this list because they are one of the OGs of the community. They also shared an office. Yes, they also shared an office game, which, well, according to the Robloxian Aviation Wiki. Now, American Airlines is due to owning Eastfield, and you could use it for code shares, you can use it for that, and I think it would be great to see an American Airlines RoAir code share. A new logo? Yeah, I got it covered. Now, the time for a cheap drum roll. There. What I tried to do is to stay homage to fairly a basic logo, but change the font. It's already iconic already, and I tried to do something, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, it actually looks great. Honestly, I changed the font and all this stuff, but I mean, it looks great for what the logo is today. Now, the question is this, and that's the golden age question: is the demand is there? I believe so. I mean, most of us have joined aviation as most of us probably joined between 2018 or something like that. Some people may be earlier, some people would be later, like myself. Now, I believe a lot of people would line up to ride a historic airline. You could see what happened to LaMonde, you can see what happened to Jet-Air. Can they last the toxicity of the community? I just don't know. It's just fun to ponder on situations that seem unreasonable to even happen, or it's unrealistic. I had a fun time doing this video, so if you did enjoy, consider subscribing and clicking the bell. Share this with your friends and spread it by liking it. That's it for me, folks. Take flight and adios. See ya.